Alright, Hippo Nation, we're back again. Welcome to another stream for our FUT Champions Weekend League. This is part 3, Season 1. Right now I believe we're 4-4, so we're about 8 games in. So today what we're going to want to do is play a ton to try to catch up and see if we can maybe make it to 20 games played for the weekend. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in. We've got enough fitness, so we'll go ahead and get started. This morning I'm a little late to the game today. I watched a little bit of Manchester United, Crystal Palace, and then Liverpool and Arsenal. I believe Liverpool's winning 2-0. Arsenal failed to capitalize on a couple chances, but geez, Manchester United this morning, oh, they were breaking my heart. I think it's the first time they've ever lost to Crystal Palace, ever. I think the record now against Crystal Palace is 1, 4, and 15, so that's 1 win, 4 draws, and 15 defeats for Palace, so yikes. But, you know, all good things must come to an end, just a little setback, so... quite a few penalties. I almost feel like Manchester United could have gotten 2 to 3 penalty calls, but, you know, live and let live, I suppose.
Hi there everyone, Martin Tyler here along with Alan Smith, and we've got, I'm sure, some splendid football for you from the FUT Champions Weekend League.
Well, it's one of the top tournaments in the world, this, isn't it? Top teams, full of world...
Shots on here. He's hit the frame of the goal.
And we hit the post again, yikes.
Terrible place to give the ball away.
That's bound to happen.
To take the lead.
Oh, and Zlatan just missed it. Yikes. Well, hey, not a bad start. Let's see if we can keep the pressure on. Let's try tactic 1. We'll take that.
De Bruyne's delivery. The defenders managed to get in the way there.
Oh man, everyone's just flying all over the place.
Got to keep the ball here under some pressure.
Glad Salah can jump too.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think Son is a really underrated
Well, he really could be the star
card
of
in
the
this
show
game
today.
as well. Dude can just do just about everything you can imagine. He's a really excellent shooter, surprisingly enough. It's like not...
Looking for teammates in the middle.
Oh, the start.
From the kickoff.
Wow, it's like one of the first times I've ever gotten across to work the last few days, as you guys can tell, or you might have seen. I haven't had too much luck crossing the ball, but I guess when you have options and you get that cross wide enough, anything's really possible. And then we have a good striker like Brand who can just head that home. No stopping them now. I've seen a lot of people ever since the... If you haven't seen it yet, FIFA came out with a quote-unquote Ultimate Team pack that they've been distributing to everyone who's been playing Ultimate Team this year, and it's essentially a collection of what they think are the 10 best cards from the entire year, and giving it to people for like 10-game loan. And now everyone's been using 99 overall rated Pele, which I don't blame them. That's a monster deal, 10 games. I mean, that's a good third of the weekend league right there. Oh man, Zlatan's hurt. I'm so terrible to the players whenever they get hurt like that. I just have them play the whole game because I'm like, fitness consumable. Nothing that can't fix. Yeah, I'm not subbing them off. In a few plays, he'll be just fine again. Give him a fitness, or not a fitness consumable, an injury healing consumable, so to speak, and he'll be back up and running again.
Here's Laporta. Well, we can catch up with the details of that injury from our man Jeff Shreves. Jeff.
Real concern for the bench.
Oh, just missed it. It's been a really interesting Premier League morning so far. I saw Chelsea got their first win finally against Norwich, so 3-2. I can tell Chelsea's starting to hurt a little bit defensively without Davies, which makes sense because he was their main center back for ever, basically. And now he's with Arsenal. And I think Arsenal has turned into one of the most dangerous teams in the Premier League, but you know, they're not really taking their chances as well as people I think would like, or especially Arsenal fans would like, because I mean, I think it was Nicolas Pepe I was watching earlier, he had a chance this morning, one-on-one with the keeper, beat like 3 defenders, took advantage from Henderson, just couldn't finish it, shot it right into Adrian's hands. So, you know, I don't think it was necessarily a great save by Adrian, I just think it was a bad shot by Pepe, so... You can watch the highlights, and you know, maybe after this game I'll check up on the score of it just so you guys have a little bit of an inkling of what's going on too. United though, I feel I'm not getting worried because we're only 3 games into the season. Like, it's a very long season, but you know, they could have 2 wins and a draw, but now they're just
with Mahrez.
1-1 and 1, so they got a little bit of something. Everybody this far out. Oh, De Bruyne's got a yellow. I wonder, did I make a bad tackle with him earlier? I must have missed that. See if we can try tactic one again. Alright, I'm okay with my defender chilling by the post there because at least they're not in my way. So not a bad idea. I think they're going to start to get wise though as to what I'm doing, so I think tactic number 2 is going to have to come into play a little bit. Let's see if they... Okay, so yeah, that's... Alright, so tactic number 2 it is. Let's see if I can just pass it to Mahrez. Maybe I'll dribble in a little bit. I'll cross it in. Oh, good chance, good chance. Oh, a goal kick? Oh, interesting. I must have missed something there. I'm sure when I go back and watch this later, I'll see it. But no, I think we need another goal here. For sure. Maybe I'll even put the pressure on it. I don't, like I said, I don't want my opponent too comfortable. I think that was the big theme yesterday is, you know, stomp on the throat. I know that sounds terrible, but hey, when you're competitive, that's, I guess, the lay of the land, so to speak. Good run by Brandt. Oh boy. Yeah, I was say Brandt's just not quite fast enough to get on that breakaway up the middle against those defenders, which, you know, unfortunate, but hey, take what you can get. And that, I think that's more of a testament too to the through balls that really pay off if you time your run correctly. Let's see if I can do this again. Oh, I thought they got the ball cleanly, but that was a foul. And where is he from? Oh, it's Conte. Why? Oh, it's the sponsor on the back of the jersey. I was very confused. I'm like, no, that's, who's that? Okay, let's see if I can squeak in a slot down here. Maybe, I think I put a little bit too much sauce on this one. Yeah, just a little too much there. Not though, but just a little too much. I think right there too, if I ever see my defender trying to do that again, I might just pass it off and try to get an open look, because 9 times out of 10 when they overplay you on that post right there, that means there's somebody open. And when there's somebody open, you can usually get a much better shot than from where you're shooting at, so why not go for that chance rather than the alternative? That's too slow of a pass. It's amazing, when I discovered the driven pass, so you can do a driven pass with the right bumper and holding A, and it just adds a little bit of extra fire on it. So let's see if I can try one here to the middle of the field. See, that had a little bit more speed on it, and Pele had a hard time coping with trying to intercept it, but holy, when I get burned, do a cool celebration. That's a cool celebration right there. Yeah, I should not have made that mistake. I didn't try experimenting that much when playing in weekend league. Otherwise, I pay the price, but now we just got to get back to it again. See if we can get one back. Hugo Lloris. Absolutely stunning keeper, I will say. I see Mahrez. Finish it, tap it in. Nope, can't do it. I think there's just so many people clogging up the center there that it's kind of tough to, unless I did a chipped shot, but even then it's like if I put a little bit too much sauce on it, then it's just going to fly over anyway, so good save by De Gea.
Corner played in.
And then Zlatan, he's clearing that out every time. Alright, let's see if I can actually dribble around everybody. Maybe I'll wait for a second, I'll just let my opponent chase me around. So he was on. I must have just been off by a shoelace. I keep forgetting division rivals you can tie, but in weekend league, no tying, which kind of makes sense because that would just be. Well, I guess it doesn't make. It makes sense, but it doesn't, because in a competitive environment, you know, there's a winner, there's a loser, no draws. But at the same time, you know, you want to save time, so why not just do a draw? I mean, we're playing 30 games a weekend already, but hey, it's fun though either way. All right, so let's kind of like take a look at some stats real quick before we actually. No, I'm just checking on everybody's fitness first. Yeah, so some. I must have missed the stats. I guess we'll look at the end of the game. I think it's a pretty even matchup so far. I probably have more possession and more shots. I just glazed through it so quickly I didn't even stop to think about it, but not a bad start. My opponent's really taking advantage of the ultimate team pack, which I don't blame him, because that's so many good players to choose from. See if I get Mahrez to run. Good timing, run. See if I can get the keeper to come out. I'm going to try to finesse a ball here. Great shot. Wow. I think that's one of the, that situation in particular, that's the one reason I think why I bought Mahrez's higher shooting rated card, because I needed somebody who could make that exact move and shoot it down the wing. Let's see if I can actually do it again. And when I had him and he only had a 82 rated shooting, it just wasn't enough. Shoot 82 just isn't enough, and I think I'm going through that same pain with Eden Hazard right now. It's just 82 shooting, even with a power up, it's not enough. You need somebody with a little bit more flexibility to kind of
very good interception.
With a little bit more skill, a little bit more flexibility to get that ball in, especially in big situations like we're in right now. See if I can put the pressure on my opponent a little bit. I don't want to give them ever, just because they have a ton of amazing shooters to choose from at this point.
On to Ibrahimovic. Mahrez. Now Ibrahimovic.
I'm going to try a shot with Lathon. Wow, he put a lot of power. So like on that one, a power finesse shot. So like to do a power finesse shot, you just hold the right bumper and be like a regular finesse shot, and then you hold the left trigger. They'll get a little bit of something extra on it, which is always really nice because of the fact that sometimes those regular finesse shots just don't really do the trick. Let's see if I can get across, and oh, perfectly placed, and I totally messed it up. For some reason, when it comes to the left wing, and I'm at this camera angle, I never really do too well with it. For some reason, I always just end up shooting wide with the header, and right there, I've really got to capital. That's just poor. Almost got the tackle that I'll probably just got a yellow. Good job, Toby. I like Toby Alderweireld's hair. I mean, my hair is similar to that, but not quite. I'm gonna have to take Fernandinho off now. Now it's starting to two center mids with the yellows. That's not a good idea. I'll take a more defensive approach. I'll take out De Bruyne with Busquets at this point. So I'll just sub out both center mids just for the sake of safety. I cannot afford to get somebody sent off, especially in the center of the pitch right now. It's not a good idea. So it looks like my opponent's probably adjusting strategy the same way. Does anybody else think that FEWC Stadium, which I think is the one we're at right now, yeah, that's the one they always use for weekend league. It looks just like Anfield to me. There's like some differences, but it looks really old. And it's just so funny. It's like how it looks like they combine Anfield with something. I just can't. Almost Anfield with St. James's Park. If you haven't seen St. James's Park, that's one of my top 3 favorite stadiums of all time. It's just because it's got that literally the one end. Like the end line can fit like 30 to 40,000. Massive amount. And when you see if you look it up and you see the stand, it's huge, absolutely monumental. Let's see if I can get it upfield a little bit quickly. I see Mahrez running up the wing there. Perfect. He's been making runs like a madman. I see Pogba. Just a little too far. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to remember his weak foot is decent, because I'm pretty sure he's got a 4-star weak foot with the current card that he's on. Boy. Alright, well, a little bit more. Oh yeah, the Ronaldo celebration. Yeah, if I had Ronaldo, I'd be doing that one too. If I ever celebrated, but I almost hardly never celebrate. Alright, so let's see if we can sneak another one past here. Yeah, Ronaldo, that jumping. He, no matter how good my defender is in terms of jumping, he ain't catching him. See, now my defender's trying to overplay the fast, so now I'm just going to take the space that they're giving me.
Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. Brad, here's the shot.
Alright.
If the referee gives more than a free kick here.
Alright, well, let's see if we got him sent off.
He's going to have to go.
Yep, see ya. Wow, that's the first time I've actually gotten that done. I think my opponent's a little bummed out about it, but, hey, I can't get too confident here because of the fact that, they're playing with 10 men, so they're going to play harder, so I just got to really stomp on the pedal here and score again. Me not nailing that Hazard header earlier, that's really really hurts, but, we'll create more chances. We're only 2/3 of the way into the game right now as it stands, so we're doing okay. I didn't realize the mix of my flags and the opponent's flags that they have in these stadiums. I bet you they split the stadium down the middle and just distribute the fans that way. Let's see if I can sneak this one in. I'm not even give my opponent time to respond. I'm just gonna. Yes, all right. See, that's where that deflection, having one man down comes in.
use of it here.
And I bet you if my opponent still had 11 on the field, he probably would have, or they probably would have,
Sergio Busquets.
possibly tried to
Hector Bellerin.
stand in the spot where I was trying to shoot just to. I'm going to crowd Ronaldo here.
He's got to clear it now. Eden has it.
I'm going to give it up to Zlatan, switch the play to Mahrez.
It's with Mahrez.
See, now my opponent's going to panic because now they're down a man and they're down a goal, so
Now Mahrez.
that's good. Now it's this part of the pitch, too, where
Pogba. Building
Conte is
steadily
no
here, keeping
longer
possession.
around. I'll take a chance here.
Brandt.
One more pass.
Mahrez. Gets his
An
cross
art.
in.
Oh, let's go, Paul.
Defending.
Wow, really good clearance. Like I said, Paul, I always end up finding him somewhere in the middle of the pitch in the box, which is outstanding because he's one of the most athletic center mids, I think, in all of football.
Bala.
And that's
Definitely
critical
a throw in there.
for many, many reasons because
Mohamed
you want
Salah.
somebody who's good all the way around, of course. I mean, it's almost like in baseball. You got your 5-tool player, run,
Time ticking on.
hit, field.
Just over.
I'm trying to remember what all the
15
tools are.
minutes
It's
to
been a
go.
while since I've really delved into baseball deeply, so let's see if I can see. Oh, man, Dybala had that really good closing speed.
Steered through by Dybala.
That's a fantastic through ball. Let's see if I can catch up. Waiting for the cutback.
Now.
Yeah,
Good
just clear it. There you
defensive
go.
clearance there.
See if I can save it. Yeah, not quite.
Throw it.
Yeah, Busquets. Yeah, see, this is why I subbed off Fernandinho and De Bruyne. I knew at some point I was going to play too hard and almost get a second yellow. So, since there's only 12 minutes left in the game, which is about 3 minutes in FIFA time, I'll keep Busquets on just in case. He's so good defensively that even if I do make another dumb challenge like I just did, if he gets sent off, there's almost no time left. So I guess we'll, like I was saying earlier, pros and cons, taking the good with the bad. I actually might sub on Pizzi sometime soon because I can see Mahrez is getting winded, but
He's come back and
after this game I'll probably apply a fitness
Play going
consumable
earlier.
anyway.
Exactly.
If you haven't checked it out yet, I started my story time series on Twitch and also on YouTube as well. I can maybe post the link to that somewhere on my Twitch stream. But I started up a series just to tell really cool stories, essentially. I found one about Ronaldinho that I shared with you guys, I believe yesterday. And, if anybody else has really cool stories that willing to point me to that I can read up on it a little bit more, if I find any cool stories, I'm going to share them. That's what that series is going to be for, so stay tuned and take a look at it if you haven't quite yet. Really good story about, as told by Andres Iniesta,
Eden Hazard.
when him and Ronaldinho were both playing for Barcelona, I believe. Back when Iniesta was a quote-unquote young player, so it's reaching back in time a little bit. No offense to Andres Iniesta, he's getting kind of up there in the football world. He's getting up there in age. In the grand scheme of real life, he's quite young. 30-something is just not that old. All right, I'm gonna have to catch up with Sterling here. I'm just gonna clear that. I'm not even gonna mess around. But yeah, in terms of real age, yeah, 30-something, not that big of a number. It's just not. I'm not even gonna let them get the ball in. I'm gonna make them earn it. Yeah, see, there's me making another dumb challenge again. Alright, I'm just gonna clear the heck out of this one. I probably should have held the left trigger and cleared it with B because then given myself more of a chance to, or left myself less vulnerable, I guess you could say. See if Zlatan, yeah, there we go. I was waiting for him to make a run to the outside rather than the inside because there was just a little, it just wouldn't have panned out very well if he would have made that run inside. There's really no passing lane to take advantage of. Alright, let's see if I can finish it here. Oh no. Yeah, jeez guys, we've hit the post so many times the last couple days, it's unreal, and I think that's twice this game now, so after a while you just kind of laugh it off, you just kind of like, holy hell, again. Like yesterday I hit the post twice in a row. Once with Brandt, once with Zlatan, then Zlatan comes back with the header again to finish it, and thank God it went in, because I would have went mad. Let's see if I can chip it in here. All right, way to finish strong. Having Julian Brandt has just been a crazy help in my attack. Like having him and Zlatan both playing at the same time, it's a deadly combination. And then when you have fast wingers like Mahrez and Hazard, it only makes it better. So, great win, fantastic, and that squeezed in. Now we're at 5 wins. How about it? We're above 500 winning percentage. We had a winning record. So now it looks like they're going to need another fitness consumable, so we'll go ahead and get them one of those right away. If anybody else is playing Weekend League, let me know. Always interested to see what kind of players to use, what kind of tactics, all the other good things, connect, network. It's all in good fun, really. Lots of contract consumables. It seems like every match I'm pretty much applying another consumable to another player a day has got 97 fitness for sure. Everybody else, on the other hand, did not. Ooh, nope, gotta stop that. I almost accidentally just went right to the match. I could just run them like crazy, but yeah, I won't do that. 5,000, yeah. Like I said, people know when Weekend League is around because these squad fitness consumables go at a really high premium. If worse comes to worse, I can apply an individual one to everybody, but wow, they're all 5,000. Okay, so you know what, we're going to take a little time out here. I'm actually going to go straight to the transfer market and search for one that's maybe a little bit cheaper. 5,000 on a Weekend League. It makes sense why they do that because, like I said, you get players like me who failed to stock up beforehand. And we pay the price for it. So, squad fitness. Pricing, we're going to do the max buy now, actually. The max buy now. If you do the max price for a bid, it's not going to refine your results correctly, so we're going to do 1,000. See if I got it. Yeah, darn it, server error. That means it just probably got sold before I could get to it, unfortunately. So let's see, 1,200. Dang it, yeah, some of these players are so quick to get to it. Alright, let's try to up the price maybe. I'm okay with paying up to like 2,000 for one of these, so it's not even a big deal. Sweet, okay, I'm going to keep searching. I'm going to buy a few of these just to save time for later because we're going to be playing quite a bit today. And I don't want to waste anybody's time. That'd be bad like I am right now. I feel so terrible. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, we're going to buy 5 of these right now. Okay, so I believe that's 5 of them. If not, we'll just stick with 4. Okay, it is 5. Great. Okay, so then now we're going to be stocked up probably for the rest of the day and maybe even a little bit for tomorrow. So we're ahead of the game in that regard. FUT Champions. Okay, so let's play. This will be game number 10, I believe. So we're 5-4 right now. We've got some good momentum going. Big win we were able to hold on to. That was actually a really good game in retrospect. 3-2. That was exciting to watch. It was exciting to play. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see. I think this is my 3rd or 4th time playing the Weekend League. I usually do it if I have a ton of time on the weekend because obviously 30 games takes about, at least, I would say on average, takes about 15-20 minutes a game. So 30 times 20, 600. 600 divided by 60 minutes. That's about 10 hours. So in retrospect, when you think about it, you got 72 hours on the Weekend League on average, and then 10 hours played. Seems minuscule, but it's a long time, especially you got stuff going on the weekend, but it's so much fun. Wow, Paul Pogba's card as a striker. That is so cool. I wonder what his stats are. Then you got Hullet right in the center. I think probably one of the best overall players in the entire game just because literally I think it's 80 everything. He's got 80 attributes on everything, and it's just, he's a monster of physicality too. Him and Ronaldinho are probably the strongest and most skilled players combined. It's like a Bo Jackson, you know, like it's like football and baseball. It's like baseball was his hobby or something like that. I can't remember which of his sports was his quote-unquote hobby, but yeah, I remember him saying something like that, and he was an all-star in both. It's like, what? Just a monster. I don't think we'll ever see anything quite like him again. I'm going to do tactic 1 here just because my opponent committed to coming outside like that. Sweet, a foul. Do we draw an early yellow to? Oh, right. Drew an early foul to Alexandro. I wonder how old Alexandro is. Maybe that's something I'll look up at halftime. I'm gonna switch up to De Bruyne here just because he's a little bit more precise in shooting. 2 bars of power should do. Oh, I probably didn't miss by much there. I think either way, Zlatan or Kevin De Bruyne, or even Julian Brandt in that case, all 3 of them are really good options to utilize in that case. It just takes a little bit of practice to get those free kicks right. Sometimes they'll fall, sometimes they won't. I think the best free kick I've ever seen in my life was I was watching Messi play United in the No, I'm sorry, not United, Liverpool. It was Liverpool. They were playing in the Champions League this year. And Messi just nailed this beautiful beautiful free kick, I think, to make it like 4-0. And then, of course, we all know the end of it. Liverpool comes back, scores like 3, 4, 5 goals at home to... Oh, another just missed opportunity. But yeah, it was just absolutely beautiful. So I think Messi, we all know he's one of the best in the world, if not the best. There's a lot of debate. It's almost like the LeBron and Jordan debate. Gets kind of old talking about it after a while, but you know, it's fun.
It's Salah now. Now Fernandinho. Could be dangerous.
Oh boy, I'm letting the ball get too far away from me in that case. Good thing about Aurier is he can kind of catch up. Can kind of close down the angle if nothing else.
He's blocked that well.
There we go. See, it's a lot of this defending game. It's like, you know, half of it's like just waiting to pounce at the right moments. Like whenever, oh yikes, no, I got a yellow coming for Fernandinho. Great.
A
lot of yellows today. A lot of yellows today. Yeah, Hullet. Yeah, of course he's taking this kick. I'm not gonna crowd the space around and make my opponent try to nail the shot. They hit it too lightly there, so it's not gonna go through. But oh boy. Oh. Jesus, I'm really messing this up right now.
It goes out wide again. Great change of direction.
I see Brandt making a run. I'm too late. I forgot to clear enough space for the pass there. Did I just get another yellow for somebody? Who did I just get another yellow for? Oh boy. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Oh. If anybody gets sent off, I'm gonna be like, ooh.
He's had a real go.
Virgil van Dijk nailing that shot. You gotta be kidding me. That'd be so cool to see. I just know in real life that ain't happening.
Fernandinho.
One more pass just because Hazard's a little bit quicker off the block. Jump. Just not quite enough of an accurate cross from myself there.
Now they've got the ball.
I say if I would have did a lofted cross, maybe with a little bit more power, I think that would have worked out. But let's see if it works out this time. Actually, Julian Brandt's leading the charge there, so I'm just going to shoot it. There we go. Is he off? No, he's on. Okay, cool. Yeah, so like whenever I see, if it's contested, maybe I'll try more of a lofted lob pass. But if he's, you know, running, he's got a breakaway, I'm just going to cross it into the front of the group right there.
Here's Eusebio.
Good block, Laporte. Laporte, he looks really tall in the game. I wonder how tall he is. He's got to be 6'4", I'm thinking. Which obviously fantastic height. Please go out for the throw. Oh, no, that's not happening. It's going for a corner. De Gea's out there sprinting, getting his fitness down by 1. Just kidding. Speaking of which, I didn't have to apply a fitness consumable, not a fitness consumable, a healing consumable to Zlatan after the last game. So another reason why I just end up keeping players in most of the time is just because, you know, not actually really all that hurt. They can still play just fine. I mean, if it's like a my career that's, oh boy.
It will be a free kick.
Free kick? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's like unless it's a my career where that actually has some implications, then I'll sub them out, but most of the time I just won't worry about it too much. I'm just going to charge in after. There we go, Aurier. Just going to get on Eusebio a little bit more here. Great save. Me and my opponent are both trying to kick it. Oh boy. I always have to hold my breath there. I always get so nervous. I'm like, oh no. Clear it, please. Oh, great save. Just going to wait for everybody to clear out. And I actually might just nail this one upfield in truth. I think one of the things that could be better in FIFA in general is the goalkeeper play seems really difficult, like always. It always just seems really hard to get the ball in without giving your position away to your opponents. De Gea is playing really well. Can't foul here. I'm going to keep going after that ball, though. Yeah, like, I think they're getting better at it, especially with the addition this year of when you have a goal kick. You don't have to, like, switch your camera around in order to get the... in order to hide from your opponent. Hey, where exactly am I going to kick this ball? And I think that's gotten better in that regard. But in terms of, you know, taking... Oh, I knew that was coming. See, there we go. Another cool celebration. Calling on the phone. I like Hullet's hair, too. All 80 everything. Amazing.
Fernandinho.
Wouldn't call him quite a center defensive mid, but a very skilled mid nonetheless.
Now Fernandinho.
No, not who I wanted to pass to there. Alright, let's see if we can catch up to... Oh, yeah. Great time through ball. Oh, no, off. Okay.
No, it's offside.
Kylian Mbappe can run out of his socks. Borderline. There's an interview I was watching of Neymar the other day, and they asked him, who's the fastest player you've ever played with? And he said, oh, yeah, Mbappe. And he's like, oh, okay. Dude just got blazing speed.
Looking for an opening with some good control build-up.
See if I can get around my defender here and get a shot off. Yeah, I just earned myself a yellow. No, it was okay. They thought it was an okay tackle. Go ahead and grab it, David. I'm just going to kick it upfield right away. Because I see Brandt running up somewhere. Even if I just chase them down like this and put the pressure on, I'm okay with it. Reckless Ghost 17, I like that name. I like my name better though. Bankrupt Hippo. Just kidding. Just gotta clog up that center here. Yeah, I left him wide open. And hey, we're saved by the post this time around, and we're not the victim. Hooray. Yeah, they deserve that.
Absolutely unstoppable shot right up into their top corner, and a very good goal.
Man, another running into the corner flag. Who's Havertz? 97 shooting. Wow. Yeah, that's quite a good shooter. He ain't missing that ball. I always wonder what keepers say to their back line after things like that. It's like, what are they telling them? I heard sometimes they're just talking shit, but what kind of shit? And in what language? Because there's got to be some kind of lingua franca out there with all these international players. I'm pretty sure it's English, but not positive. Oh, my computer turned off on me. Whoops. Wonder what they're doing. They must be making a couple changes or something. Let's see, what's my coffee count at today? Yeah, coffee count's at 3 so far, so going strong. My throat doesn't hurt as much as it did the last few days, so I must have just had allergies or something. I'm sporting my Paul Pogba Manchester United jersey today.
Well, they're going to go
and
really happy.
Speaking of Pogba and penalties and all that other stuff, hey, Radford had a great penalty take today, but nailed the post. I still swear that post is shaking at Old Trafford right now. I mean, he absolutely just demolished it. It was kind of amazing. Is my opponent still playing?
Now Fernandinho. This could lead to a chance. It's good attacking.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to. I'm gonna take a shot here.
How did he reach that? Brilliant goalkeeper.
Yeah, because my opponent's not paying attention right now. It might be in my favor to try some stuff here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it.
In from De Bruyne. Got in the way.
And I'll take another corner. My opponent quit. They forfeit. They lose their connection. That happened to me yesterday. Like they just stopped playing for a while, and I was like, what's kind of the deal here? And it just said lost connection, and then I ended up losing, which kind of makes sense. And then the other day, if you guys have watched my previous stream, I think it was from the very first episode of the FUT Weekend Champions League, FUT Champions Weekend League. I was playing, we were down 3-0, 4-0 actually, I think, going into the second half. We came back, we tied it, we were in the second period of extra time, and then all my batteries died, and then we had to forfeit, so it was kind of heartbreaking, but hey, it was fun. I learned a lesson. Definitely stock up on batteries and rechargeables and all that other good stuff, so alright, let's see if my opponent's awake. Yeah, he's awake. Again, really? Okay. Alright, well, let's kind of see what we got going on here. I'll keep Fernandinho in for now. I think I'll probably put in Paul Pogba. Actually, I'm going to put in Paul Pogba right now before the half. I don't really see a need to keep Fernandinho in there, especially since we're down right now. I'd rather have Paul Pogba in. I'm actually, if De Bruyne and Fernandinho were teammates, I'd probably actually put in Paul Pogba a little bit more often than I do. I mean, he's coming on as a sub every game, but I'd rather have him play in the earlier parts just because I like to be more aggressive on the attack for the most part than others. So what is my opponent doing? They must be just preoccupied with something. This game is taking a aggressively long time because they just keep pausing. I'm gonna try this again. Oh, I just went a little bit too far there.
To a scoring position then to get the equaliser.
What a tie squeeze. And look at Sundar Pogba needs calm, cool, composed, and he gets that ball on. My opponent, yeah, I kind of feel bad actually. They must be really busy with something.
This is Eusebia.
Hope they're doing all right. I know it's kind of hard sometimes playing in weekend leagues like this. You know, if you got families you got to take care of, and then you're playing this at the same time, it's kind of tough to balance. Good game so far, though. Wow, 2-2. Nothing short of excitement. They'll probably take a good break here. Let's check on the score of the Liverpool game, actually. So it's going. It's got to be close to being done, or if it's not done already, wouldn't be surprised. Yep, Liverpool won 3-1 today. Salah had a brace. So, a little surprised by that. I actually had Liverpool and Arsenal tying 1-1 today. So, my prediction this morning for United was a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. That was a heartbreaker, so needless to say I was wrong. West Ham and Watford, I had them drawing, and of course I was wrong again. West Ham ended up taking that 3-1 just with the way Arsenal's been playing lately. I thought, okay, you know, it's going to be a good defensive and offensive game, but, you know, there's just going to be a goal force that not too much is going to come out of it. Tomorrow I've got Man City beating Bournemouth 3-0, and I've got Tottenham beating Newcastle 2-1. Didn't really do too much research into some of these picks. It's just all based off a gut feeling. I could probably do more analysis for it in general, just to kind of make better and more accurate picks, but, you know, that will come with time. It looks like they're just trying to, I don't know if they're trying to time waste or, there goes that cutback again. Just kind of, I'm going to actually have to start having my defenders kind of put a little bit more pressure on them now. Love having Branton, yeah, just a little bit too far. I took a sloppy angle there too. I'm going to go get that ball.
That's Pullet in possession here. Come back to get a touch.
Should have dove there and grabbed that one. Like I said, just putting pressure on in this case. You know, if I can maintain that pressure and hold on to the ball just like this, let everyone kind of run around a little bit. See Mahrez running up the wing there. He's so good for making those runs. Let's try that tactic here. No, I'm going to shoot it again here. I probably shouldn't have. When you got a 6'6", 200-something pound defender in your way, it's probably not a good idea. See, right when I see my opponents try to take those big dribbles and the ball gets away from them, that's when I kind of pounce and try to take that ball away from them, because then they're running so fast that they don't even realize, hey, I'm about to lose the ball. Oh, there we go. I always get worried about making that pass across. I think any keeper making passes across their body is a bit of a dangerous move. I think my opponent's gone again. Like I said, that. Oh, and then I make it a sloppy pass anyway. One more to Brandt. And another thing I like about Paul Pogba here too, he's got the pace to really catch up. Like I said, even if I just slow down my opponent a little bit, good enough for me. I'm gonna try hoof this one upfield to the corner, see if Zlatan can catch it. Oh, it's Brandt, so even better. I'm gonna aim for the far post. Obviously, my aim was not very good there. And then Paul Pogba's kind of tracking back, and now I've got De Bruyne coming up. Pogba and Pogba again. Be amazed at how many similar pairings of players end up coming up. Great save, especially through traffic like that. Just gonna nail it upfield, see if Brandt can get a head on it. And I'm gonna have him charge. Good tracking by Melato? Maybe? It's hard to tell with these. So many great names out there. If you're really interested in seeing really cool names, minor league baseball or collegiate baseball players' names, that's something interesting. Is he on? Oh yeah, he was on. Probably just on the last shoulder. Oh, there's an Mbappe. I have yet to see anybody do the Mbappe celebration, so I'm impressed that they did that. Oh, it's 3-2, no longer tied anymore. That's a bummer. Alright, so we got some work to do. Let's get 2 more here.
Very good game, 3-2. It's with Mahrez.
Whoa, Mahrez almost lost the ball there. I'm just going to keep taking my space, make my opponent come to me. See, now they keep trying to play me like I'm passing backwards, which good block.
The keeper might be needed again. He didn't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Tried flicking it back up so I could maybe catch my defender napping a little bit. Maybe they overplay the ball and just run right past me. That's a phenomenal pass too. I'm gonna charge right at him. Ah, yikes. Alright, so now we got some work to do. Let's see if we can get 3 right here.
Prospect of even more goals. 4-2 is the score. Hazard. De Bruyne. Hazard. And shoots.
No, way too much power on that. Man, him not having that 82 shooting is just killing me. And plus 2, I still have that habit of, you know, let's put 3.5 bars of power and I'm right inside the box on the shot. Just a habit of mine, I suppose. Not who I wanted to pass to. Alright, we can do it. We're making that run. Nope, one more pass. Great shot. Okay, we're on our way. We're on our way. One more and we got it tied. This is a phenomenal game too. 4-3. I always like the, I'm sure you guys too. I think just about most people feel that way. More of the offensive oriented games. Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. Yeah, just a little too slow. I'd rather. Yeah, yellow. I keep getting everybody in the center so many yellows. Oh. No, I'm not going to put in Vela for Hazard. If anything, I'll put in BT. The one good thing about Vela is he can also dribble just like no other. See, I think I see Hazard on the wing there. I think I can get this ball. Oh, no, that's solid. Whoa. Run, Julian. Oh, that's fantastic defense. I thought for sure I had a breakaway there. See, now I'm going to try to chase him down. I think now after this I might sub out Hazard just because of his... Just because of the way I'm playing with him right now is just not optimal. Okay, now Hazard's on. I got to get rid of that.
Now the countdown is to 10 minutes left.
Alright, 10 minutes left. Still got time. I see somebody on the wing there. Whoever it is, I see him.
Pogba.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, got to get a lob pass in there.
Looking for a through ball.
I'm going to play back post. Whoa, boy. See, that's what happens when I focus too much on moving my keeper rather than just playing what's in front of me. Oh, just a bad time tackle right there. Wow, that would have been a phenomenal shot. I'm not taking out Mahrez either. Here, this is what I will do, though. I'll take out Pizzi for Hazard for sure. Other than that, I think I'll leave everything as is. I'm not subbing in my backup keeper either. Not happening. See, I think we're on our third. Yeah, I think this is our third game so far. Yeah, this is number 10. No, this is our second game. That's right. Yeah, these games are taking a little bit longer than normal. Like I said, I think my opponent's been a little bit preoccupied this time around.
He did connect with it beautifully. Not a bad effort at all.
Oh yeah, they're making subs too. I
I
probably didn't put enough power on that. Oh, I did good.
No, he hasn't, and I just wonder whether they're going to play with a bit less width now because it hasn't
No,
worked.
boy.
He's been up against a top quality
See if I can just catch up. I'm
going
going to do back post again. Ah, that's what happens when I do that kind of thing. I move the keeper way too much. Like I said, great game though, 8 goals. Not every day when you see that. I actually think we could even make a comeback here and tie it. Nah. My opponent said, nah, no, you can't. There you go. See, that way I moved the keeper in the right direction.
To pluck the ball when it looked odds on that he was going to be beat. Aurier. Brandt. Is with De Bruyne.
Yeah, at this point I'm just moving way too slow to
Striding forward, steered through.
move to the back post again. Ah, yeah, David, he started charging right there. I know for a fact that in FIFA that the keeper always defaults to making them choose the far post, so like they'll charge on the end post. I just like to move my keeper to the back post because that's where most of the opponents are conditioned to go, and plus it's natural for your hands that way too. All right, well, we're back to 500 again. I think we're 10 games in, so we're third of the way through. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going. Let's see if anybody... Okay, yeah. Hazard needs a contract consumable. I think everybody's looking still pretty fit too. I think I just applied the fitness consumable. Him and Mars were running a lot that game, so was Lothon, so I'm not surprised that they're only down to 94 fitness right now. Maybe I'll go and play soccer today. I don't know. Or football. We'll see. I keep forgetting, for those of you who are not in the U.S., calling it football. I think it makes more sense to call it football too. It's just we have American football and a lot of confusion. I don't know where the term soccer came from, but oh wow, they have a really. Well, I've never seen so many icons on one team that were bought or found in packs or what. Allison 95 goalkeep. That's another FUT Champions one. Okay, so they've been around the block a few times with this weekend league. I'm not gonna lie, playing weekend league, one out of 12. Did I see that right? Do they have 11 people playing right now? No, they don't. Okay, I was confused. I'm like, do they really have all 11 controllers on one team? Is that possible?
The world rankings, they might feel they deserve to after the way they've been playing lately.
I found too that like whenever I play opponents who try to have two people play at the same time, it just never works. For some reason, I've always beaten my opponents who use two people. I don't know if it's just because having two opponents or having two people try to control a team in this game is just too difficult. A lot of logistics, you gotta pass the right way. I could see how it'd just be difficult. So many moving pieces.
Probably one of the two front men will.
Good block. Oh no, I shouldn't throw it there. Oh, I guess that worked out okay. Oh, I didn't even see that Sandro was sitting right there waiting for me.
Yeah, I don't know how many more.
Hell yeah, brother, here we go.
Those 250 appearances have been important for this
I've already
team.
played 250 matches with Aurier. That's shocking. I don't feel like I've had him for that long. Well, I guess for about 5 months. I've had Aurier's card for about a good 4 or 5 months, so. And I've played a ton of FIFA since then, so. Excellent tackle.
Well, he saw the guy could switch the play to and came up with the pass as well. Excellent.
I guess I slowed him down. See, there's where that right the second they take that power dribble, that's when I pounce.
Looking to use the full width of the pitch in this attack. It's with De Bruyne. Now Fernandinho. Doing well to keep the ball.
Weak spots.
He can clear it here.
It's still 0-0. Okay, good. After a while, when you play so many games, they all kind of blend together. I had to double check. I'm like, what's the score again? And I'm like, oh, we just started one, and it's still 0-0. It's like, duh.
Petit. Sterling.
That's a great move.
Right pass now as he cuts it back.
Oh boy, kick it out.
Proper clearance. Well away from the danger.
Jeez, that was a ton of people in the box for not having any defenders. I think they all just kind of scattered right there. Another Raheem Sterling 96 PFA player. So many of those. Like I said, I'm surprised. I should probably do that too, because that's a crazy good deal.
Now he's looking for support.
Just going to keep having everybody kind of charge in a little bit. Oh, yikes. I kicked that straight out.
Throw in here. Here's Sterling.
Zlatan's cutting in instead of out right there.
Safety first there.
Think about changing that tactic up a little bit too. Instead of having players make runs inside, I think I'd prefer them to make runs outside. That's a good goal. But then again, you know, when you have it just like what happened here, when you have players make those runs inside, hard to defend against, but I always tend to dribble on the inside anyway, so.
So the first 1-0.
if I can catch up a little bit here.
He's got his shot off now.
Whoa, that would have
Will
been
be a
buried
corner.
too.
Referee has given a corner here.
It's amazing the shooting ability in this game. That makes it so much more fun, you know, when everyone can shoot like mad. It's a good time.
Chance to go at
I'm
the
gonna switch
opposition
the
with
play here. I
pace.
see has that was too weak. Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna shoot it. Screw it.
Not far away at all.
Actually wasn't too far out.
Creating chances, I'm sure.
Not too far out at all.
It's a decent effort,
I don't think
you
I've
know.
nailed it long. But for a while, when I first started playing FIFA in 2014, I wanted to learn how to shoot the long ball, and I did a crazy tutorial. I practiced it a ton, and when it paid off, it worked really well. I think the strategy was you get a player on their strong foot. It's got to be on the strong foot because, or if they have the weak foot ability of like a 5-star, like that's fine too. If you got like a Neymar, or Messi, or at the time if you had Van Persie, and you're golden. See if I can make a move here. Yeah, not quite. See, they're gonna keep playing the path to me, and I'm gonna try to dribble around.
Could be there.
Oh, whoops.
Plenty of speed.
But anyway, so you get your player, start sprinting, you get them on their strong foot, you get a little bit of momentum going, you stop sprinting,
That's a brilliant challenge.
then you have some open space, you continue running toward the goal, you wind up for about 2.5 to 3 bars of power depending how far away you are, and then once you have all of that down, you shoot, and right as you're shooting through, you let go of the sprint button and you continue pointing your analog stick in the direction in which you're shooting. And that gives you at least a shot on goal, if not a better result of a goal. So I haven't tried that method in 19. Oh, yikes, that's another bad mistake.
That little bit of daylight that they were after.
Just widen the margin here to
Raheem
2-0.
Sterling, this card is crazy good. Oh, man.
Ibrahimovic again. Hazard.
Alright, nothing.
Lala. Sterling. Lacazette. He's got some room out here in the
See if Salah can
opposition.
catch up. So we're only down 2-0. That's not bad. That's pretty normal in football.
Petit. Sterling. And shoots. David De Gea with
I
the
always
save.
wonder if, I'm sure
Save.
it exists, but like non-fans of soccer, I wonder if they play FIFA at all. I mean, I guess I'm not really, I don't play
Room for the cross.
Madden,
Ronaldo.
not football, American football. I gotta be more specific, sorry.
Was a chance maybe to
Yikes.
hit the target.
Alright, let's see if we can squeeze one in
Nothing wrong with the
before I didn't even
connection.
realize my opponent had a different Ronaldinho. There's like 5 Ronaldos, it seems like, in FIFA. Foul?
Petit.
Nah, it must not have been strong enough.
Luis.
But yeah, it seems like there's like 1.5 billion Ronaldos. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just, and half of them are Brazilian, and
Got the ball.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the
Going
only
at the
current
opposition
Portuguese
with
Ronaldo.
speed.
So it's confusing. Like
Break still on.
Ronaldinho, I think used to be told as
Ronaldo.
used to be called Ronaldo, but changed it because of Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know. I'd have to look more into that, how they came up with all that. I don't know what Ronaldinho. I don't know if Ronaldinho is his actual name or what, but
Out near the touchline. Short
I'm gonna go
passes,
for this shot right
keeping
here.
the ball.
Yeah, a little too much off on it. See, like that case, like if I'm within like 30 yards, like 2.5 bars should be sufficient. I would say 2. I think 3 or more makes it a must. Yeah, 2.5 is
And off we
probably
go
pretty
for the
sufficient.
half of the league match.
Right now.
Lacazette. Blocked here.
Flavor. End up going and getting ice cream. I got chocolate chip cookie dough. Quite good, actually. There I go, making a mistake again. Jeez, the connection is really bad. Keep sprinting upfield to the. Yikes. It's recovering a little bit, I can see.
How did he reach that?
Man, I'm glad I have David. They actually might go out and buy his 93 rated card just because
They've gone
when I
short
used
of
it
the
in my
corner.
FUT draft stream not too long ago, he was just an absolute monster. It wasn't even a free ball he used to do each time.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, there goes that lag again. See you there.
Magnificent save. Referee has pointed for a corner.
Jeez, this is copy.
Options now for the pass. Here could be an opportunity.
I can't even make a play on. Oh, okay. Now it's recovered.
Gotta do
Just
better
in
than that,
time.
really.
He is
Oh, I
a good
spoke too soon.
goalkeeper, good positioning.
Short corner.
Oh my word.
Lacazette.
And I can't make a tackle right now either inside the box because if it's lagging and I hold B, bad things will happen. Yeah, that's another good goal.
That's a very nice corner. Goal, bad moment. Certainly not his first of the day.
He's just got to try and pick himself up now, Martin. There's still a game going on out there.
One team really on their game.
I'm feeling a comeback here. Let's see if we can pull it off.
Off colour. Gets his foot in there.
It's still going again. As De Bruyne is just dribbling through everybody. Alright, I'm going to try another shot with Zlatan. Yeah, see with that lag, it's really hard to hold on for that. The higher amount of power. Oh, I'm going to give it to Anderson down the wing. That's another really, him and Richard Charleston, they had a specialty card. I forgot what the theme was for it, but their card are both really good. Really good value. Quincy Promise is another one too that I've heard is with the high attacking and defending work rates, his athleticism, his jumping ability, and his shooting makes him a really valuable winger. I believe he's a left winger if I'm not mistaken. You guys might have heard me mention that. I was thinking about picking him his card up a few times in the Premier League. Pepe now's an option. Yeah, he isn't any better. I can't even hang on to the ball for a few seconds with it up.
And here's the shot. They blocked it then.
Good block. Alright, let's see if I can get something.
Brandt. Room now out of the way.
Passed that ball ages ago, so that.
Hazard.
Oh, yeah, at this point I don't even really know what I'm doing.
Now De Bruyne.
See if I can just make one move and maybe get a shot off before. See again, too much power. I think I 3 there. If I would have do 2.5, I would have been fine, but just holding it for way too long.
Fabinho.
I'm just going to let them take their space at this point. It's pretty much all I can do until everything kind of recovers a little bit.
Rises and rises. It's short the corner this time.
Oh, whoops. There I go. Ah, there we go. Good D. Man, Zlatan and Brandt just head up everything. It's amazing, honestly. See if I can get him on a good run. I think I waited maybe a little bit too long or didn't wait long enough.
Sterling. Here's Ronaldo.
I found that moving the joystick too is using the joystick to switch players is always a better tactic too than using the left bumper. Just because if you use the left bumper, you end up most of the time controlling your back line, and with my strategy, doing that is not ideal. So I just use the left joystick to do that. Works out most of the time. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. I think using the joystick to switch players is a little bit harder than. Again, just too much power on it. I guess I should probably pay a little bit more attention to the bar power that I'm using. I think my keeper's just trying to, or not my keeper, my opponent's just trying to waste a little bit of time. I don't blame them. They're up 3-0 at this point. I wouldn't risk it either.
They really work position around with this passing. They can't get near it.
I think I might see if, hopefully the connection will be a little bit better next game. Not that I'm blaming my shitty play on bad connection, but I'm just, it doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. I think I might make a separate video on searching for a replacement left winger for Hazard. So stay tuned for that. That might even, if it's not going to be today, it'll be tomorrow for sure. After I get a few more weekend league games in, so.
Are not happy with what they're seeing. Their team standing off.
So yeah, I'd prefer Zlatan to make that cut to the outside because, you know, it's moments like that where if you're trying to cut inside, that ball's just so much harder to track down. You got two centermen.
And the home supporters have lost their will to support, I think.
Oh, haven't they just? You could hear
that was me today watching Man U play. Yikes! After when Daniel James went ahead and tied it with that beauty of a shot, which that kid is really showing some great potential. I shouldn't say kid; he's probably around my age. But yeah, I was kind of like bummed because it's like, okay, Daniel James ties it, I go nuts, and then literally I think a minute later they get that shot off, and it's just. That was game basically, and now we come away with 1 point. But no, I'm sorry, 0 points instead of 1. So, I mean, of course you always want to go for 3, but just kind of a bummer. But that's half the fun of being a football fan. And honestly, I kind of like it when they lose a little bit more than they win. Not. I know it sounds. Your team's just winning all the time. doesn't really give me anything to look forward to. Now I get to look forward to the rebuilding and the climb of the club in general. Because when I started being a fan of Manchester United, that was right after Sir Alex Ferguson was done being manager. So they went through. Louis van Gaal was the manager at the time when I first started following them, and then I went to Jose Mourinho and now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and yeah, so I'm kind of glad that they're, as a club, gaining a different identity, or at least trying to. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. It doesn't seem like they're really adapting. They keep sticking to tradition, but, you know, in order to grow, you got to change, you got to adapt with the times. So attacking football seems to be what seems to be in the now, and that's what United have historically done, but they're just having trouble adjusting. They need a director of football. They don't do, I mean, Edward Word doing it on his own. He's not a football mind. He's more of a businessman, so maybe personnel change wouldn't be so bad. Even if they just hired a director of football to help them out with that, that'd be ideal. Looks like they could use a fitness upgrade real quick. Sorry, got a little distracted there for a second. Hopefully the connection's a little bit better this time around. Let's see kind of how many bars we're getting. I remember before that game it was like 2 to 3 bars. Oh yeah, it's gotten pretty bad. Okay, let's see if I can back out. Let's kind of get into maybe seeing if we can find a different left winger now that we're here. Maybe kill a little bit of time until we play a couple more. See transfers. I sold another player. Let's see if I sold my team of the week, Mahrez. I sold Moreno. Yeah, he was just another card that I had not too long ago. Let's just start this here. I won't buy a winger right now necessarily. Let's just see if I can search for one. So I'm looking for currently Rashford, Sané, Sterling, and Mane are all on my short list for multiple reasons, because they have the pace that I need that Hazard has. They have the shooting that I desire, the passing, the physicality. Felipe Anderson, to me, he's not a bad option either, but here's a really good Leroy Sané option too. However, the difference between him and Felipe Anderson, I'd almost say Felipe Anderson's a better card overall than Sané. Yeah, this card is just unbelievably valuable. Don't know why. I mean, it's very interesting. Let's see what kind of ones to watch. That's what it was. Okay. Now I remember it. So here's a Mane. I even considered a 90 overall Alexis Sanchez at one point, but decided against it. Let's see who else we got. Anthony Martial was a tempting option. His shooting is already better. His dribbling is pretty comparable. Here's the Alexis Sanchez card I was considering. He's got a little bit of everything to him, and the pace is good enough, I would say. It's not ideal, but it's good enough. The shooting is and dribbling and passing is where I really was looking for, and Mane is just way too expensive for my budget. This Hazard would be sweet, but 2 million coins, yeah, not gonna happen. So let's see who else we've got. Yeah, Marcus Rashford, 98 pace, 87 shooting, 90 dribbling. Yeah, he's quite a beast. His team of the week card anyway. Richarlison, not bad. His shooting's a little bit low for my liking. Raheem Sterling, I saw this card for like this would not be a bad option. You know, 89 shooting, 99 pace, 96 dribbling. He would line up well with Fernandinho in the left wing there. The only reason I'm tempted to pick up Mane is because line up with what's his name? Salah in left back. So let's actually compare price and see how many. So the card we're looking at is by far the best deal for Raheem Sterling. So maybe we'll keep him on our short list. I think I've narrowed it down a little bit more to Alexis Sanchez, 60,000. That's a crazy good deal too. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll sleep on it a little bit while longer. Sterling's just a monster too. So Sterling, Sanchez, and I think Rashford are on my short list. The Manes, I couldn't afford a good Mane that has the shooting that I want. So I think between Rashford, Sterling, and this version of Alexis Sanchez will be what we're gonna kind of go for in the future. So let's check on one more time and see if the FUT Champions connection is improving just a little bit. So I think the Galaxy. I think they have a week off. I think they don't play till next weekend, but Trying to get to be able to watch them for some. They always just play at times when I'm always usually out doing something, so it's kind of a bummer. But oh well. You live and you learn. I could always watch replays and highlights if I want to. Okay, good. The connection is a lot better. Back up to 4 bars again, so we can kind of go ahead and get this party started. I think we've only played 2 so far. I'm sorry if this is getting to be a little bit long. The games have taken a lot longer than I thought, or maybe we're at 3 and I just don't even realize it right now. So I guess we'll just continue and see what happens. Trying to get up to 12 games today might not happen. Probably closer to 10. I won't do it all in one stream either. I'll probably take a break, come back to it, do a little bit more research for a replacement for Eden Hazard, and maybe even possibly one for somewhere in the center. Maybe I'll get a better version of Paul Pogba. I don't know. We'll see. Very tempting thought, but one step at a time, I guess.
Yeah, the home team should get a real boost from this support.
See Hazard run up the wing right there. Let's see if we can get an early goal. Not the best cross, but that's okay. So right now it looks like we're 5 and 6, so we've dropped below that 500 winning percentage, which, you know, is fine. Usually I typically go on a little skid, like right at the beginning of the competition, and then towards the end I start to just play a little bit better. I don't know if it's just because the algorithm picks up, oh hey, this guy's playing like shit, and they give me easier opponents or what, but it's kind of the nature of the competition, it seems like. See now, like, my opponent's trying to overplay me, so I'm trying to get everybody out of position, and I'm too slow with it. Yeah, this guy's a running gunner. He's a running gunner. If you missed my broadcast yesterday, a running gunner is sprint all the time, no matter what, and it usually tires out all your attackers and otherwise, but hey, I'm okay with it because then it makes my job a little bit easier. Yeah, so now he's just going to chase me, and chase me, and chase me, chase me a little bit more. Aurier, maybe a little slow on that run. No matter though, not a big deal. I don't have a proper shooting angle. Let's see if I can get across him. Oh, there's Zlatan. Oh, hey, good run. Good header. Zlatan's really good for those kinds of things. I think I might be jinxing myself because I was just telling you guys the other day how my crossing ability is just not strong at all. And now the last 2 games, I believe I've crossed the ball in for a goal, so I don't know, maybe I'm getting better at it. With your guys' help, of course. Without you, I'd be nothing. Let's see if I got a yellow. Okay, cool, we drew a yellow. Which player? Oh yeah, Marcus Alonso, the Europa League card. There was a one, not a, I believe it was a center attacking mid card. There was like 88 overall. At the time I was really tempted to pick it up and grab it, but I think it was a little bit too expensive of a card. There's some that EA comes out with that are just overpriced like you wouldn't believe, but you know, take the good with the bad. You gotta pick your battles with those kinds of things. Let's see if I can do another cross, see if I have any more luck here. Yeah, I think if I'm at that particular angle, maybe 2 bars of power would be better instead of 3 or 4. I feel like it's my problem. Like, I overpower the hell out of everything, and I pay the price for it. That was a fantastic through ball. Just went out a little bit. See if I can lob this ball over. Perfect. The lob pass is so surprisingly effective. I never thought it would be as effective as it currently is in FIFA, but it's a highly underrated pass that I like to use a little bit more, I think, than my competitors. Yep, they're just going to keep running at me.
Fernandinho. Mohamed Salah. Now Fernandinho. It's looking good, this move.
I'm going to shoot it here. Ooh, okay, that was a good amount of power there. I think that was jeez. Well, you saw 2 good examples about 2 bars of power. Most of the time it would work. The angle I probably took wasn't quite right, but you know, hey, not a bad effort. Yeah, I probably should have done a bicycle kick. Sometimes headers work better in that respect, sometimes they don't. No, it really depends. I'm going to shoot this with Zlatan. Oh, the post again, guys. No. Yikes. Well, now that makes it, I think, 3 out of 3 of the last 4 games I've hit the post at least once. So, hey, we're keeping consistent at least.
Anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
Oh man, one of those times my opponent's gonna pay the price for doing that. I can feel it. It's coming.
Bernardo Silva.
Should have made him pay from last one. I just totally missed the shot. Oh boy.
far
Oh,
away
thank
at all.
goodness. I was really nervous today. I had to stop moving.
Well, that was a decent effort, you know.
Oh
Now
boy.
Laporte.
I'll switch the play since he's got his left striker all the way in the right striking position.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Oh boy. Get back up real quick. Yeah.
Didn't he get in
This
trouble
might
for
be a
that?
little bit too far to shoot on.
For the rest,
Man, people love to love to have Conte just tackle everybody. He might be from that ultimate pack. Okay, so this is a little far out to shoot. Just barely. So like maybe like 2 bars, maybe a bar and a half here would do good.
difficult skill.
Ooh, not a
Yeah,
bad
timed
not a
it
bad
perfectly,
shot.
as you have to do with those
Maybe I
volleys.
should lob that a little bit higher for Zlatan. I'm gonna rush the keeper here.
Goalkeeper who's whacked it away.
See, now I'm being a hypocrite. Now I'm having my right striker come all the way to the left striker position just to be
Griezmann.
aggressive.
He's read that, hasn't he?
Just gonna pass it back to De Gea here and try to
Hit
get it out. See, now he's got nobody
Zlatan
in
Ibrahimovic.
support. So now I see Mahrez is off.
Up for grabs. Oh, he's given
Yeah,
offside.
Mahrez is
Yeah,
definitely
he's
off.
playing on the shoulder, but
Just a
just needs
little
to
slow on
hold
the
his
pass
right
there.
touch.
I probably could have kept running with it, but oh well. Hey, there we go.
For a throw in.
All right, let's see here. This is where I'm gonna pass it down the line. No, that's not who I meant to pass it to.
Good work, really, to read
Good
the
pass.
intention of the pass.
Whoops, another.
Walker.
I was thinking one way. Fernandinho was
Suarez here.
thinking another, I think,
Now
on
it's
that one.
Marcus Alonso. It's Sadio Mane. Bernardo Silva. Sterling! Really good defense.
Fantastic block. Yeah, I got to
So
score
one of the
another one
keepers
here. I think I
thanking him
should
for that,
probably
but
have at
closing
least
down
3 by
by
now,
his
if not
defender.
4. So I've done a really poor job at capitalizing on some of these chances. I just haven't been playing. Another rough playing day today.
Clever play on the ball.
Yesterday wasn't too bad, I
Transfer
suppose,
and the
but
opposition with pace.
I'm gonna hit Brandt. He stopped his run,
Saw that coming
but that's
and
fine because
intercepted.
Mahrez kept continuing his. Fortunately for us, Laporte's a monster.
Eden Hazard. Well, here's an
I think I'm on
opportunity
because of
with
that
the ball
last
over the top.
defender.
Ibrahimovic.
There we go. Just finish it.
And it's
Oh,
in.
did I hit
Off
the
bar.
post again? Oh man.
Just
Well,
wide.
off the post and in,
Margin here
I
to
wouldn't mind
2-0.
that. As long as it goes off the post and in, go with it. I think if it goes off the post,
Walker.
even if it nicks the post, it doesn't count as a shot on goal. So it's possible for you to have 0 shots on goal but win a game.
Goalkeeper can only
Fun fact for the
carry it
day.
out.
So if you didn't know that, well, now you know.
Trying to catch
See if
the
I can get
player
this
in
pass
possession.
off.
They've lost the ball and the counter
Great tackle.
there. Incisively played by De Bruyne. Right.
Just gonna give it one pass.
Ibrahimovic. Wonderful
Sweet.
finish. It's his 3rd goal.
That was a 3-on-2 situation. Well, I'd say 3-on-1
He's really
because
been on form. The
3
opposition
attackers,
in
1
danger of
defender
being
there.
blown away here by the
Well,
remarkable
I gotta
start
keep
to the
jinxing
game.
myself because apparently it's
The
working.
team that's taking them to the cleaners. Shots on
To the clean.
That's a
That's
good
one I haven't
pass.
heard yet.
And he
I always
bangs it
find
away.
though commentating snippets. I don't know if EA Sports updates them as time goes on, but I keep finding these new ones that I'm like, oh, so that's what they're saying.
Cutting
See
in
if I can
now.
make another dribbling
And
move.
shoots.
Yeah, I probably was trying to do too much there. If I just would have tapped it to Mahrez, I probably could have shot it in. Let's see if my opponent falls for tactic 1. They're not going to
Decided
anymore,
that
so I'm
this
just going
time
to give
they're
it to
gonna play the
Mahrez.
short corner. Referee helped them hit. And the referee seeing that as a foul. It is.
Wow, he gave me a free kick.
He's normally good
Okay,
for
you know, I'm going to try
decent
something
plays and,
nuts.
His teammates are expecting a good
All
ball
right,
in.
we're going to have some
Look at
fun
that
here.
ball. They've sneaked
I'm going
forward
to try to
again.
bend this thing right into that top right corner, or the top left corner if you're looking at the goalkeeper. So, hold the left bumper, analog stick all the way right. About 3.5 bars of power, if not more, and see if I can just...
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, a little too much sauce. That's a tough shot to nail. I've seen some players nail that shot, and it is quite difficult. That's just me messing around there. Maybe I shouldn't take that moment so lightly. Let's see here. So good first half, though. Considering how I've been playing the last couple of games, that was a good, real confidence booster.
Ready to go for the second half in this match.
All right,
of FUT
second half,
Champions
here we
Weekend
come.
League.
Maybe I can get Marcus Alonso sent off. I don't know. We'll see.
Sanchez. Sterling.
That means I'll just be feeding Mahrez up the wing,
Oh, very
essentially.
easy
Ooh,
That will be a
another
free
yellow
kick.
perhaps. That's just for Mane though.
Ref, a
Yeah, that's what I
decision.
figured.
The decision is yellow.
I don't think anybody, least of all
Not
the
too many
player,
players
have any
from,
complaints about that.
not too many really strong players from Senegal, I should say. It's so strange. It seems like the Premier League has a lot of one-off players from their home countries that are just outstanding, and the rest of the
Trying to reach
representatives
Sadio
are not
Mane
so
in the
great.
centre.
So, like for
Can they get
example,
it away?
who am I thinking? Mohamed Salah for
It's a useful position.
yeah, that was a foul
the
for
free
sure.
kick.
Mohamed Salah from Egypt. He's the
Well, I
only
think he's gonna
decent
go
player
for
from
goal.
Egypt
Why not?
besides Mido.
Great chance
And I'd
to,
say even
get
Mido
his
wasn't
name
even
on the
really
score
that
sheet.
great, if I'm being honest.
No nonsense defending from
That's
him.
why I just try to brace my opponent.
What do you think about Ibrahimovic?
See if I can get
in the
somebody
first
to-
half, Alan?
There's,
Yeah,
I was looking for Zlatan, but hey, Hazard right there is fine
He'll
too.
be after more. What a hat trick.
Here is Ibrahimovic.
I'll give it to Mahrez here, and I'll cross it
Mahrez.
off.
Goalkeeper out of position, and from close range.
Oh no, I just
scored.
completely
Right,
fluffed it
should.
as
That
well.
was a
I thought I
golden
was offside for
opportunity
some
to
reason. Maybe that's me being cynical. I shouldn't assume that I'm offside. I should just play through it anyway.
Bit of space for him. Now out
I'll
on
use
the wing.
Hazard to kind of catch
That's
up
the
here.
keeper's ball from the
Yeah, my
moment
opponent I think
he
is
left
just
his
trying
foot.
to. Every cross they've had so far, I think it's just been. It's like the same mistake I make. You know, I try to cross it too deep, and it's just not working. It's just not a healthy tactic in this particular case.
The shot gets blocked.
And I can see, you know, desperation kind of sets in when it's 3-0 into the second half, but can't even let them get a single goal. Can't do it. You know, actually, I think I'm going to take off Hazard for Vela. In a very rare move, I will do that. Just because Vela, his strong foot is his right foot, and if I make that cutback, I can even maybe get a good shot in with him. And he's got suitable speed. I think his speed's 88. Or his pace, I'm sorry. 88 pace, so
He could cross it now. Griezmann.
I'm going to rush Griezmann a little bit too with a couple of defenders.
Well, he's taken a touch
Yeah,
there.
see, even if I'd rather give up
Defender,
a
it will
corner
be
than a
corner.
cross, if I'm being completely honest.
Corner played into the middle. Definitely destined for the goalkeeper, and he makes it his. Well, that is beautifully done.
Well, talk about individual skill.
Yeah, that was a little too slow in the second dribbling move.
Marcus
That's okay,
Alonso.
Fernandinho's back in here to save the day.
And that's into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Not the hardest
Let's
thing he'll have
see
to do
here.
today by any means.
Yeah, I probably should have just dribbled that ball in. I'm just going to clear this,
Ibrahimovic.
or
Well, here's an
quote-unquote
opportunity
clear
with
it.
the ball
What a
over the top.
fantastic pass.
It's a clear
I'm going to see if the keeper's going to charge me. I'll
Shot.
finesse this one in.
Well, that's the sign of a top-class
Yeah, I
player to
love
score
taking
like
that shot with Mahrez on the
I
in the
have to say,
wide
it's
area
so
when the
one-sided
keeper's
today,
charging.
but
I
all
think if the
credit to
keeper
the
charged a
team.
little bit earlier, I would have
Racking
done
up the goals.
a chip shot, but since they waited till like
Carlos
right
Vela.
before I shot, I think just a regular shot there or finesse shot would have
To
suited me
Ibrahimovic.
just fine.
Confidently
See if
done
I can
by
stay in front here.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
Enterprising
Sanchez
attacking
got
play.
good closing
Not
speed
quite
in the.
enterprising enough. The
I'm
shot's
gonna
up.
okay, about 3 bars of power.
Off the goalkeeper.
Better this time because I think it was his weak foot. I think 2.5 probably would have
That
been.
save, you
a little
know,
bit
we've
more
just seen,
suitable
it
in that
could come
case.
down as the save of the season. It was that good.
Hey, there we go, Salah.
Fernandinho.
And I'll have all my players kind of go on
20
runs
minutes to
here
go.
after I get the ball back.
Good vision from Suarez. Well, he's read that, hasn't he, and made the interception. Made it look easy, actually.
Well, so far my players are playing very well in close quarters, which is great. I think that just becomes, you know, if you keep your cool in those kinds of situations, usually things kind of pan out. Your opponent's gonna freak out before you are. Yeah, wrong move there again. There's like, it's weird, like I have like 3 distinct like dribbling moves that I use, and they've served me pretty well for the most part, but if your opponent is sneaky and likes to rush, I don't usually cope well with that as a player. I have a hard time adjusting, but there are some moves that if you time them just right, like the Iniesta step, the thing is, can really create some space. It's deadly. And I will say it time and time and again, it's probably one of the best dribbling moves you can use. That is a phenomenal goal. Yeah, Griezmann, I would love him on my team if he was in the, not in the Prem, but, you know, maybe if I get a highly rated, if I didn't have Brandt and Zlatan already, I think, maybe even as a, I could maybe even use him as a substitute for De Bruyne, but De Bruyne combined with his chemistry is just fine. So it's pretty comparable as Griezmann. After you compare all the stats and everything, I probably shouldn't be throwing it to the wing, so I'll just throw it straight out to good time run. Let's see if I can beat the keeper out. No, I didn't think so.
He's a decent keeper, but he's not been at his best today. With great vision here.
I never know why players like to put the ball on the ground with their
They've spotted Griezmann lurking at the far
with their
post
keeper.
his
That
cross.
that's just, to me, that's just
That's
way
cleared
too
out
big
of
of a
play.
risk for it to even be worth it in any regard. Because then mistakes always happen. I'm gonna put in Busquets and Pogba again. I think I'm gonna switch the direction around too, and I think I'll even take. Oh no, that's my third sub. Never mind. I already subbed on Vela, so whoops. And then we'll just wait for them to come back. Luis Suarez, 83 minutes, one shot. Okay, well, at least they're not utilizing Suarez to the fullest. I'm okay with that.
Here comes the corner. Still a chance in there.
Good
off
punch.
the goalkeeper. Kyle Walker.
I'm really excited to see what Volta Football has to offer. That's going to be a ton of fun. I had a chance to play the beta for FIFA 20. I was lucky enough to be selected, so that was really cool. But the Volta Football gameplay in there was a ton of fun, honestly. I think it was a really refreshing change to FIFA that was needed. I will miss the journey. I will say that was one of my favorite parts about the direction that FIFA was going in. And I will say that kind of stinks that's no longer going to be the thing. But you know, hey, they got to keep the story fresh. I wonder if they'll ever do something like to the degree that NBA 2K My Career has done. I kind of doubt it, but I guess we'll see. I think EA historically, I think the reason why 2K is so successful and FIFA is not as successful is because of the fact that just different visions between amongst differing companies. It's just, it doesn't line up. So I'm gonna try this tactic number one just one more time for fun. Yeah, I aimed in the wrong spot.
Cleared well. Well, not that well, because they're going to have to do some more defending now. Marcos Alonso.
See, I'm getting nervous now. I'm breathing really heavily, even though it's the 90th minute and I'm up 3.
It's unlike him, really, to
there
play
we
the ball
go.
straight to the opposition.
All right, sweet, another win. So we're back to 500 again. We're 6-6. I think we're 12 games in now, so not doing too bad here. Let's see if we can play one more, and we'll call it for a little while. We've been on for about an hour and a half now, so doing okay on time. 6 wins, not too shabby. Way to go, Hippo Nation. We're doing great. So let's go in. Let's play one more. We'll see how the connection is, and then we'll wrap it up just for perhaps a little while. So let's see how everybody's fitness is doing. Everybody's doing good on fitness, so we'll just jump in. Some contracts are probably running out sometime soon. Yeah, with me only applying like 10 to 13 contracts each time I'm out here, and they run out. Tends to run out pretty quickly, so it kind of makes sense why I keep going back and forth on this. I really don't like in the weekend league how you always play at FEWC Stadium. I really enjoyed playing at my opponent in my own stadium just because it's a little bit more fun that way. It feels a little bit more personable. So, but all that comes down to personal preference. I know people who have that stadium as their home stadium, which, hey, if you're into that kind of thing, more power to you.
Big welcome to you. Thanks for joining us. Nice to have you along with us. I'm Martin Tyler. Alan Smith is my co-commentator, and the action comes from the FUT Champions Weekend League.
All right, here we go. Let's get started again. I think that's the Netherlands logo that my opponent has. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I'll let you know the different things that other players like to try out. Ooh, just missed my chance there for a quick goal. 9 Golan is a really good option. Really good value if you're newer to FIFA and you're looking for like a decent player to pick up, especially for Ultimate Teams. So like, for example, I think 9 Golan, his regular card is like 85 overall. It's only like 10 to 20,000 coins, maybe 40,000 at the most, but even still, you play division rivals for a few days and you get that many coins at the end of the week, and you just go ahead and pick him up. Really good option, especially in packs too. I often see him in impacts that I earn in playing FIFA.
Played in.
So
And they get it away.
I can just kind
De
of.
Bruyne.
Thiago Silva is probably one of the best.
Now with Nangola. And shoots. Good connection.
Wow, that was almost a
Just off
really good
target over
goal.
the top.
Yeah, that has
Nangolan's
flown
hair
off
is
his
pretty
foot.
wild too. It's rad.
Well,
Yeah, the lob
biggest
pass,
man,
like I
the biggest
said,
personality,
I expected
might
it
say
to
the
be a
biggest
little
ego
bit
is
more
Zlatan
reckless, but
Ibrahimovic.
Well, he's loved
surprisingly
his
it works out
competition.
okay.
Really is scoring for fun so far.
They could pose some danger now.
Yeah, I'm trying to do too much at this
Now
point.
the shot. The defense. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Way to keep composed,
Right on the
Lapan.
kickoff.
Even in confined spaces, he still can just shoot like a madman. When he becomes an icon, I'm really curious to see what his cards are going to be like, because like I said, I think he's top 5 best player ever to live.
De Bruyne. Working hard.
And
Have
if
to
not
see
top 5
maybe a
best
sight
ever
of
live,
goal.
strikers to ever live.
Here's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne. And he's got the ball away from him with the tackle.
Glad I didn't give away a penalty there. I was kind of nervous about that. There's another good lob pass to the wing.
Well, it will
Keep
be
it
a
in.
throw-in.
Yeah. Hazard's first touch for me too.
Here's
Just for him
Kevin
having
De Bruyne.
91 dribbling, I just thought it would be, well, better.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. A bright idea.
A good timed run. A little bit too much on the
Pass
through
would
ball
have put
though.
his
Just a
teammate
little
away
too
and in
much.
on goal.
See if I can get my opponent to make a mistake here. Nah, they're keeping their head. Which, hey, good for them.
Ronaldo.
I know I wouldn't be able to most of the
Shoots now
time.
for the pass. Oh, he's cut that out well.
Clear it,
well read.
clear it, clear it.
Good defensive clearance there.
See if I can get Hazard. Yeah, Hazard, for some reason, it always defaults to my strikers going game at. I'd rather have Hazard go get it and head it up to.
They play from there. Superb
Good
individual
move.
skill.
Oh, see you later.
Mahrez.
I'm just going to keep dribbling up the wing here.
Well, they look
My opponent,
promising there in that
yeah,
wide area,
they
but
played
the
good
defender's
defense
done
that time
well.
around. See, I can never. That's where using the sticks to control your opponents or control your players is much better than
Well there.
the alternative, which is the left bumper, because you just never know who you're going to switch to. And up until I believe this season,
Can go in from
it was
there.
true because of the fact that they didn't used to have that
Gets his
secondary
cross in. Only
less
partially
colored
clear,
arrow,
so
if you will.
still some problems for him.
I think they adopted that actually from PES. That's a technique, Pro Evolution Soccer. It's like the only rival I think that
Here's
FIFA has in
Kevin
the
De Bruyne.
world of creating football games such as this.
De Bruyne. So,
You know, I just slowed down my opponent enough. They probably had a through ball option in
blocked the
the
shot
in
well.
the center there for a minute or so, but
Hazard.
see if I can dribble around my opponent. There we go. Just gonna have everybody make runs now. Didn't quite work out there, but that's all right. See if we can get another goal actually. See if we can kind of press on here and put the pressure on. Oh boy, that was a bad idea by my part. Look at De Gea making moves.
Well, the tackle
Oh man,
there
that
led
was.
to a throw.
Yeah, once I committed to that, I wasn't stopping. So
That's his game,
it was a
isn't it?
terrible idea
Intercepting.
nonetheless, but didn't want to half bake it. Wow, I see Fernandinho making that run too.
Got the opposition
Yeah,
back
stop,
building a
go,
little
stop,
bit.
go.
It's a cross from
Alright, let's see. I got a bit of a better angle there than normally, so I was back a little bit farther on the pitch than too far forward. See if my opponent's gotten wise to the. Okay. Alright, now they're starting to pick up, so I think next time around I will try tactic number 2 and just try to get it into Mahrez at that point. I'm going to put pressure on a little bit here just to kind of squeeze that center so things like that don't happen where Hazard's got to run across the field to good tackle though. I think that's a goal kick. No, corner kick. Okay.
Corner swung in.
Jump. Ah.
Does.
Yeah, I should learn my own lesson and not let players do the tactic that I do.
Just shifted.
It is level.
All right, let's see if we can get another one here. Got a little bit of work to do.
It's Salah now. Fernandinho.
Whoops.
Ronaldo.
I'm feeling. I think we're gonna get this one today.
Ronaldo. Now with Kevin De Bruyne. In powerfully there.
See, it's like Kevin De Bruyne just kind of my Kevin De Bruyne anyway, just kind of runs away from a loose ball, and it drives me nuts because it's like that ball's loose and it's in our own penalty area. Please go get it.
It's with De Bruyne.
I'll switch the play a little bit here.
Now Mahrez.
see, and I don't know why Laporte runs away from the ball, or Alderweireld runs away from the ball. It's like, stop running away from it, go get it. Maybe it's because, I still speculate if it's just because of the not having aggressive interceptions turned on, but I think I got fouled there, yeah. That's where the dribbling moves kind of come in handy sometimes. Okay, I think 3 bars of power might be a little bit more appropriate here, so we'll try that out. Oh yeah, there we go. Not a bad ball. Not a bad ball at all. It's wrong place, wrong time is all. Keep with his Zlatan. Alright, now I gotta catch up with Fernandinho.
Sterling. And here's the shot. He really gave it the pieces there, didn't he, Alan?
Yeah, that was quite a good shot.
Not a bad effort at all.
Alright, I'm going to hoof it upfield in this case, see if I can get it to Brandt or Zlatan in the middle here. See, Brandt kind of tracks back a little bit, and that's where that pass comes in handy. Cool, another foul. Alright, let's try that tactic again. A little bit more power since we're a little bit further back now, but I think 3 would still do the trick. Ah, just too far. That's right, I'll have Kevin De Bruyne track back a little bit here. I wish Sean had a little bit better cards available. I think he was one person where I was like, oh man, there's like, you know, like I said, highly underrated player, I think, in the world of FIFA. I think his shooting, his dribbling, his pace, I think they're all just underrated stats that,
How did you think?
Alright, so 1-1 here at the half. I think they have a little bit more possession, maybe a few more shots, which doing pretty good. We're playing some great games today, so I think they'll probably take their time and adjust. Let's see what other games are going on tomorrow for the Premier League. It looks like Manchester City is playing Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken. I have them winning 3-0, of course, and no surprise there. Manchester City the last couple seasons seems like they're just destroying everybody, and even top 4 teams, you know. Once in a while they might have a fluke day, like in the Champions League, where I believe they lost to Tottenham last time around. Or I'm sorry, yeah, they lost to Tottenham last time around. Tottenham then goes on to lose in the final to Liverpool, which that Champions League final, that was quite an uninteresting game. I don't know why. It's just not too many chances until about the 80th minute where Origi, I think, scored like a brace in the last 10 minutes, and you know, Liverpool ended up winning it all. So I'm kind of glad they won something. I think they deserve it. Manchester City winning the title the last couple of years has made the Premier League. That makes me think that Manchester City is probably the greatest Premier League team of all time, other than United's treble-winning season about 20 or so years ago. So that's been kind of interesting as well. This season, I'm really curious to see what Arsenal's going to do for the title, just because of the fact that they've picked up a ton of weapons. I mean, with the addition of Aubameyang last year, they've got him broken in. They've gotten Lacazette paired up with them. They've gotten Danny Ceballos. I think he came over from La Liga. Who else they have? Nicolas Pepe, I believe they signed from either Lyon or Marseille. I can't remember which of the two they picked him up from, but nevertheless, he's a fantastic player. I feel bad today. He capitalized on a mistake by Henderson, almost scored, had the keeper one-on-one. He just had that, tried dribbling onto his right foot, or his left foot, I'm sorry, a little bit too much, and I think just kind of fluffed the shot just a little too much, so. But hey, it comes with the territory. Players, they all make mistakes, and so do we, so. United, really interesting the last couple weeks. Their development has been, the debate on who's taking the penalty. Is it going to be Pogba or Rashford? And I think just within the last couple of seasons, I think Rashford has proven to kind of be a better penalty taker, more consistent. He gets more power on it, etc. and so forth.
Well, they use the forward in these positions, dropping deep. He lays it off, and they play from there. Oh, he's cut that out well read.
But time will tell. I think Rashford should just be the one and only. They were saying that, oh hey, we've got 2 designated takers. It's like, no, because then they're both going to want it, and it's both up for discussion. And we hit the post again. Let's see if I can head this ball in. Dang it. Okay, we're going to score off this corner here. I can feel it. I'm actually, you know, lately I've been having Paul Pogba come in a little bit earlier than like the 70th minute. I think I'm going to stick with that idea because it's been working quite well, especially with corners. Pogba's just more athletic, a better shooter, better skill moves, bicycle kick if he has to. Fernandinho's not going to do that. in the experience that I've seen.
Coming onto the pitch.
All right, so they're taking the wrong defender to defend Zlatan in this case. Well, I guess it worked out for them, but and here's Pogba again. Oh my goodness. Well, we're getting closer, guys. We're knocking at the door here. So we hit the post now. I think the post counts at 5 times in 4 games, so yeah, about once a game. But hey, I think my opponents have had about the same luck, so can't complain too much. Oh, that's just a killer. That's how it works. That's how it works every time. That is just a shame. Don't worry, we're going to come back, and I think we're going to win this one. I'm feeling it. I hope you guys are too. We can do it. We got it. But yeah, Tottenham and Newcastle, continuing a little bit familiar. Tottenham and Newcastle are playing tomorrow. Really interesting that they signed Miguel Almiron last season. I think it makes me really excited that the MLS actually has some products that are valuable to other foreign, when I say foreign, I mean not United States, other foreign leagues like England, Germany, things of that nature. Like with Miguel Almiron, it shows, okay, all right, there's players in the MLS that are actually valuable. The MLS is producing some really good talent that can hang with those bigger league giants. I know Newcastle isn't a great team, but they're good enough for the Premier League, so I don't know if Almiron, I haven't really checked back in a while. I don't know how much success he's currently had with Newcastle, especially since they just them and Rafa Benitez just parted ways last season. And Rafa Benitez, I think, is he was one of my favorite Premier League managers. I'm kind of bummed that he's not coaching in the Premier League currently, but maybe he will someday again. I have no doubt. He's been with Newcastle for a long time, so plenty of great Premier League experience, plenty of great players he coached. So hopefully his fit, I think, was my favorite part. His outfit. I mean, please score. I fluffed it again, guys. I fluffed it again. I don't know what is about headers. I just, for some reason, just have had a really hard time finishing those today. Let's see if I can capitalize on this, though. Yeah, bummer. Yeah, for starting so I've hit the post. I've missed a few good chances, so. But don't worry, we're coming back. We're coming back. Yesterday, I started to notice that my opponents were kind of leaving the center of the park a little bit undisturbed, so maybe I'll start sticking with that tactic for now as well. I'm going to try squeaking a finesse shot here. Yes, all right. Man, Mahrez is just killing it on that wing with that shot right now. And even then, as I was shooting, I saw Julian Brandt just sitting there. I'm like, I really should start passing him. But hey, a goal's a goal, no matter how you do it. Whether it's a bicycle kick, still 1 goal. Slam dunk, still 2 points. A great catch, still 1 out. Great win, yeah, still 3 points.
On to Ibrahimovic.
See if I can hit Hazard down the wing here. Let's see if I can do the same thing. Actually, no, I can't because my opponent had a phenomenal clearance there. I'm going to try to hit a long ball with Pogba here. Pogba can nail those long shots in the center sometimes, especially if I give him a good knuckleball. He can do it. He's got the capability to, without a doubt. I've seen him do it many times. Hopefully I can get it in one of these broadcasts next time out. But yeah, if you stick with it, you'll see it. You've pretty much seen most of my tactics if you've been keeping up with my broadcasts. If you haven't quite yet, welcome to Hippo Nation. Thanks for coming in and having some fun. That's what it's all about. So feel free to head for the chat anytime. I'm happy to talk football, other games. I play Gears of War, Assassin's Creed. I've taken a backseat to Assassin's Creed recently just because I haven't really been too happy with Origins. To me, I think it was a little too hyped up because I think IGN rated it as like an 8 or a 9, and I played it and I'm like, well, the combat system is fine. It's definitely new. I wouldn't say it's improved. I like the one in Syndicate that they were using. I thought that one was a good happy medium. The only thing that got repetitive is the powerful strikes that they were using. I think Salah had a good time run right there. Try to see if I can get a good shot off with him too. I really got to learn to pass on those when I'm beating 3 or 4 defenders like that. Good job, Paul. Paul Pogba can defend too like crazy. I've always been impressed by all of his abilities, really. I feel so bad that he gets so much criticism from other United fans. Like I said, I love the guy. I think he's phenomenal. It's just Gary Neville just reams him a new one, it seems like, all the time. I can't say all the time. I think it was just a couple of times, but more than most. Oh, we're in extra time already. Holy cow. Okay, so decision time here. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to keep in De Bruyne, and I think I'm going to keep in everybody at this point. I really want to be a little bit more aggressive on the attacking side. That's why, and there's no really strong attacking options that can play the midfield besides Pizzi, sort of. I just don't think Pizzi's a strong enough dribbler to provide what I'm looking for, so I'm just going to keep everybody in right now. Oh, no, not the lag. Not the lag. Well, I guess it worked out okay. I'm going to give this ball to Zlatan and shoot it. Alright, let's see if De Bruyne can make something happen. Not quite.
Hung on to the ball well. Looking to use the full width of the pitch in this.
Who did I accidentally switch to? Oh, whoops, okay. So you're switching with the right joystick. It's still so tough to tell who exactly are you controlling at what time. Oh, thank you, De Gea, for saving it. Hurry up and get it up to the left wing. Deflection. Yeah, like I said, that goalkeeper play is just so much more difficult, I think, than it needs to be. For some reason, it's just not very easy or fluid to use. I can't even get the ball up the pitch without having a ridiculous time doing so. I guess it's kind of one of the competitive pros and cons. You kind of, oh boy, man, De Gea, some days he just saves me. Okay, at this point, I think taking out De Bruyne in favor of Pizzi is a good idea. If I really wanted to, I could put Paul Pogba in the center defensive mid position and do the 4-2-1-2-1. Oh boy, I know better than to let that happen. Yikes. Yeah, I really gotta start putting some.
So close, inches away, but they are playing well. I fancy him to get another.
Somebody get it. Yeah, let's see if we can pull out a win here. If not, penalties will be an interesting thing to see. Alright, let's see. Just gotta get in Ronaldo's way a little bit. Yeah, I hate it when they clear it to the center of the pitch like that, because it's only leaving room for, well, problems.
No nonsense defending from him.
Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Yeah.
Some sharp movement.
I gotta do better to intercept that ball. Whoa, boy. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, now I'm even with my opponent with the whole post battle thing. I think I'm even gonna take out Hazard for Vela. I'm not gonna put Vela in the center for the purpose of he can't defend. Just straight up, he just can't. Pizzi can at least defend to some degree. As normal center mid might be able to.
High up the pitch.
Still protecting that ball. Yikes, I'm just trying to do too much at that point.
In the first period of extra time, second period to come.
Alright, let's do it. Second half of, oh my god, we've had a ton of shots. Combined 42, no, my math is way off, Jesus, 32 shots combined. That's kind of, that makes it for at least an entertaining game. He's hit the post, I've hit the post, or they have hit the post. I don't know who I'm playing, boy or girl, otherwise. It don't matter as long as we're having fun. Why do you get Messi on his team? Their team. Jeez, I have a really bad habit of doing that. Good tackle. See if I can. Just hoping to get the loose ball there. I'm just gonna have Pizzi run like crazy because fresh legs. It's the second period extra time. That's when you gotta kind of stomp on the gas pedal here. I hope Pogba sinks back a little bit more, so I'm gonna give it to Mahrez down the wing again.
It's Ibrahimovic again. Now this is an interesting attack.
See Paul. I see Hazard right there. Oh, just missed it with the header. And Zlatan, he finishes it all right. And now you guys can see why I love that man. Plus, he's just hilarious. For the MLS, he's such a great personality to have. I'd compare him and his personality to Happy Gilmore. If you've ever seen that movie, or if you haven't yet, highly recommend it. Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore. Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore's personality to golf, that's the way that Zlatan's personality is toward the MLS. It just makes it way more exciting to watch. And I mean, the MLS historically, it's trying to make a come up, but it's just been very boring. I think that's what the market feels. It's just been a very boring league in general to watch. So Zlatan kind of makes it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more interesting.
Carlos Vela, Mohamed Salah. Here we are with 3 minutes left.
But hey, that's just one person's opinion.
Hold on to the ball. Saw the pass coming.
Maybe I don't pay attention enough to the MLS to really have a good take on it, but I pay attention to the developments. Like they're getting a team from St. Louis now, it appears. I was hoping to draw. I'm just gonna shoot it here, take a chance. See, we've all been hitting the post today. Alright, I'm actually not going to utilize either of my tactics. I'm just going to pass the ball in at this point and waste a little bit of time. Because now there's only like a minute left. Oh boy. Just going to rush the corner here. Please tell me time is almost... Okay, good. Wow, guys, we did it. We pulled out another win. That is fantastic. So I think now I believe we're 5 to 6 games in out of the 10 to 12 I wanted to accomplish today. So we're at a good start. Let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, so we're not doing too bad on time as of right now. 1 win away from 8. Not too shabby at all. I think that puts us back at either 7 and... We got to be probably 7 and 6 right about now. Let me double check that real quick. So we've got 7 wins. Oh, I should go to the leaderboard. Whoops. Okay, wow, we're 7 and 5. Okay, we're playing a lot better than I thought we were, so that's been fantastic. The highest rank I've gotten to in playing the weekend league, I believe, is either gold 3. I think it was gold 3, because I think I've had 15 wins at most. So really cool player pick items as well. Geez, mad props to guys. You can get up to guys, gals. Otherwise, you can get up to 27 and more, even 20 and more. That'd be cool for the second to last one for 19. So let me just check on a couple things right quick. You know what? Let's play one more. We'll play one more and we'll call it for a little while. Because then if we do one now, maybe save a little bit of time for later. So, alright, one more fitness consumable. These fitness consumables are going through a lot faster than I thought they would, so, but you know, comes with the territory. Alright, let's play another one. One last one before we sign off for a little while. I'm glad I haven't gotten tired of the new kits that I picked out quite yet. I'll have to show you guys what my old ones looked like. They were both EA ones, it's just they got a little bit boring after a while. You know, just to change up the scenery. The one thing that's amazing to me is, if you have a striker, you can move them up and down to the center, so like they can go from striker to center forward, center attacking mid, center defensive mid. But for the wingers, it's like you can only do left wing, left mid, left forward. Like that just seems kind of truckish. And then the left backs, you can do left back, left wing back. Center back, you're just SOL. There ain't no changing from that. So, kind of a bummer, but I think the one thing I would do if I were doing that, just to allow more flexibility, is center back to center defensive mid, and like that's it. Maybe just to keep for consistency, maybe being able to go from striker all the way to center back would be quite interesting, but I don't know. I wonder what the motivation is behind that. Not really quite sure. See, running away from the ball again. I get Alderweireld's as center back, but still, it just doesn't make sense to me to run away from a loose ball that you could get for your team. I just don't understand it in FIFA. I'm just going to clog up the center here to stick with, trying to get back to the game plan a little bit more. I think I've panicked a little bit the last few games and I've avoided it. So I think maybe just getting back to the plan as intended earlier might do me some good. Pele's going to try to cut back here. Yep. Knew that was coming. There you go, David.
That's going to be a corner. And in it goes.
Oh boy.
Now the shot.
As long as there's a lot of bodies in the way.
Get in the way there. They can be quick on the break now. Neatly intercepted.
Oh, that was almost a really great through ball. Zlatan and spreading up the center. See, that's like the one time where I think Zlatan being up the center is a good idea. If you're on the counter attack and you're going up the center, I think that's where it's most appropriate. If you're going for a regular attack, then it's a little iffy. It's just the way it's been. Opponent really likes to flick the ball up in the air quite a bit. They're not going to. Oh, they are going to pass directly to Sterling.
According to the crowd, to get a goal.
Just going to have them charge. Oh, that was a phenomenal goal. Just cooking me like crazy. Yeah, they can't get out of the net now. Yeah, screw it.
Now De Bruyne. Good defending. Excellent organisation.
I'm trying to get my opponent to be a little bit too fancy. Hoping to get a shot off here. Sweet, all right. Hazard and Hazard have both scored. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. So now my opponent's regretting fooling around too much, I think.
Patience is the name of the game at the
So now I
moment.
gotta stomp on the throat again, so to speak. Not actually. Don't actually stomp on anybody's throat, that'd be terrible. And plus it would hurt a lot. Go get it. No, don't shoot it. Nah, well, you got a corner. That's fine. Okay, let's see here. Let's try tactic number 1, see if they follow me out. They're not going to, so right here is where it's going to be. Maybe a little bit too much dribbling there. Everybody's surround him. No, just a little bit too late there. But I really got to get back because now it's a numbers situation. I'm not too worried about Sandro shooting directly in the center. I'll let him shoot all day. Yeah, I think the rainbow is such a... The rainbow, I don't think that's the formal name for it, but the rainbow is what I've had it known as for a while now. But I think it's such an overrated move in FIFA. I just don't, unless you're like on a breakaway. That's really the only time I've seen it used effectively. Other than that, it's kind of like a... If you're into the box and you're going through 5 defenders, don't use it. It just doesn't work. If you can make it work and prove me wrong, I'm totally cool with that. Because show me how, because I'd love to see it and try it myself. But from what I've tried, yeah. Okay, please clear that ball.
Oh, he spotted the pass and cut it out.
There's Julian Brandt. I think I put a little bit too much on it. Ooh. I'm gonna do a high press here just to. Yeah, it didn't quite work, but hey. Tired out my attackers, I guess. Doing a lot of passing right now. They're going to try to do a Sterling cutback and whatnot. I'm just going to swarm them.
Here's Paul Pogba. Eusebio. And now the shot.
That was a good shot.
That's a corner. He's gone back, the referee.
Worth it. Totally worth it. Mara's probably won't get another yellow. It's very rare where I get my wingers to get yellows. Yeah, that's a tough shot to nail.
Neatly intercepted.
No, boy, I gotta be so much faster with that. There we go.
The competitive nature of this game,
I'm just gonna not let my opponent get the ball in.
Now Eusebio.
And I let him get the ball in. Look at me being a liar.
Good attacking play. They've got a corner from it. Maybe a chance for a goal.
All right, let's see.
Catch the opposition.
Yep, I figured they were going to do that.
And it's shot on. He's made the
Good save. I see nobody here, so.
Well, they've gone and won the ball in the Middle of the field.
I think there's a flick move I can do in that case to kind of help me with that, but not quick enough in my mind to do that. There we go. Let's do another one. Again, I'm just being too slow is all.
Well, then it goes.
Yeah, there you go. Just clear it. See if I can clear it again. Not quite, but keeping them at bay. Good tackle.
He's got support here. Pogba couldn't.
See, the second the ball gets away from their body, that's when I. No, Zlatan, don't start taking 3 steps forward and then just running back.
That's a great clearance. A timely challenge. Quick-witted.
Oh boy. Now I'm gonna go get this ball too. All my players are starting to get gassed, I can tell. Keep going. Yeah, terrible tackle. See, I always say, rare to get my wings both yellows, and here I am getting both of them yellows.
Well, I think it unquestionably was. I mean, on another day, he might have got a red for that. It was a really dangerous challenge.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Nope, go get it.
Eusebio.
Alright, let's see if I can actually do a quick goal here. I'm just going to take it to the house. I see Zlatan coming, I see the keeper. Ah! Yeah, that was my shot to take the lead. Oh well, we'll get another chance. Yeah, I have like no shots. If I would have seen the keeper that far out, I definitely would have just shipped it right away. I mean, I was really far forward and there was nobody who was going to catch up to it, so. But hey, you live and you learn. See if we can get another goal here. 1-1 for them having way more, quadruple the shots that I do. Not too bad of a result. Like I said, they like to have the ball. They like to dribble quite a bit. Just going to rush them and then have them give the ball away just like that.
On to Ibrahimovic. Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation. Just working away to try and find an opening. They've set it up well.
I'm going to go ahead and cross this ball in. I think, yeah, a little too much on it. If I would have just flung it forward, maybe that would have been more to my liking, but yeah.
Performance so far by Eden Hazard.
I'll catch up. Go ahead, De Gea. No, that's a phenomenal goal. Offside, maybe? Ah, sweet. Well, I'm glad I had De Gea rush forward, because then otherwise I don't think he would have been offside. Oh boy, that was a bad idea. I saw Pele come up right away for that ball. There we go.
Brandt. Well, this attack has got a bit of menace to it.
Ah, I should have just done a direct pass.
Saw the pass coming. Pogba. Here's Eusebio.
I'm pretty sure Bailey's got like 99 pace in this case too. Yeah, with that card, we've seen it a ton of times today. So
making sure that each pass is successful when they'll see. And here's the shot. He's
there you go.
blocked the shot well.
Try to cut back and go in. That ain't gonna work.
Gets his foot in there. De Bruyne. Fernandinho. Eden Hazard.
Fantastic pass.
It's De Bruyne.
I'm gonna take a shot here. Wow, what a bullet! See, I was pretty far out there, so 3 bars of power worked quite well. I think Allison is his kicker, so if Allison doesn't get a hand on that, that's probably a goal. Whichever goalie he's got, or she, or whoever. I'm gonna do another cross here. Nah, unlucky deflection. Let's see if I can go ahead and get this ball. Whoa, dangerous. I'll just get it back up the pitch real quick.
With De Bruyne. Brandt.
I'm gonna switch the play. I'll give it to Mars right away since there's nobody there. Whoa! Yeah, that was a tough pass.
Pogba.
I saw De Bruyne screaming in behind him, so I was like, oh, please, please get him the ball. I see Zlatan open. Oh, please score. Oh, I thought he was giving a penalty. I was like, sweet. Is it a red? I highly doubt it. And wow, not even a yellow, just a talking to. Alright, I think I'm going to have De Bruyne take this one yet again, just because with Zlatan it's a little bit harder to... with him standing so far back, it's really hard to gauge where he's going with his shot, so... or maybe I'll change my mind, and if my opponent's really quick to adjust, I'll just shoot it. Zlatan's really accurate with his free kicks by a long shot, so we'll see.
For him to be punished for that. Certainly didn't get the ball.
Alright, a substitution. I think I'm going to keep on Fernandinho for now. Alright, I'm just going to go for the shot here because my opponent's starting to get wise. Great shot. I hit the post again. Oh, man.
High class effort, just a little bit off target.
Well, maybe next time he'll fancy to go one better because that wasn't far off hitting the target.
Oh well. Like I said, it's karma. It all kind of evens out. The FIFA gods, if you will, always tend to even out the playing field when it comes to the post.
Position backpedaling a little bit. And now the shot. They blocked it then.
See, I just get it. Yeah, there we go. Just get the ball to Zlatan. He can head it.
Fabinho doing well to keep the ball.
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for the cutback. Oh, get it out though, please.
Riyad Mahrez. Got to keep the ball here under some
No, keep running. I was trying to hit
The
Aurier on
90
that
still
pass,
to
but
play.
just stopped moving, it seemed like.
And it's Ibrahimovic.
Oh, there you go, there's nobody here.
Untidy work.
I was too slow on the pass. It's not who I'm trying to control. Anybody but the back line.
Well, the ball's
Good
come out
defense.
for a goal kick.
Alright, goal kick. Alright, I think in the last 10 minutes, or even the next time I get a corner, I think I'll try to adopt a bit of more of an aggressive strategy and sub in Pogba for Pizzi. Not for Pizzi, jeez. Pogba for Fernandinho. I'm just waiting for my opponent to make that mistake.
Fabinho.
I found that messing with the goalies is like playing with fire, you know, your own goalie, that is.
Eusebio. I think the cross is off.
Offside. Wow, no, one of my backs must have been a little bit deeper into the field than I thought.
Still on the lookout. Hazard.
What a save.
Well, the kind of save
And what a pass too, to my opponent's credit. That was a phenomenal play.
for that kind of situation from close range.
I should run out right away. Just gonna run up the field with Hazard and try to get that ball. Like I said, this is kind of about not giving my opponent too much time to really another great save. Not really giving my opponent too much time to think, just kind of suffocate him a little bit. Yeah, let's see how many corners we can give them in a row. They're probably trying to think, are they really having Van Dijk? Oh, no, they're having Van Dijk come to take the header. I should have known that.
Counting down towards the end of the 90 minutes. 9 minutes left.
Wow, what a pass.
Throw it to
Yeah,
come.
maybe not as good as I'd like it to be.
Here's Alexandro. Hazard. Sterling. Eusebio.
Oh,
Turn to Sterling. That's proper
man, this is getting to be a
well away
nail
from the danger
biter.
zone.
I'll just let them do that all day long. That's fine with me.
Fabinho.
Yeah, like I said, I just think that's such an
Eden Hazard.
overrated and unnecessary tactic to keep popping the ball up to yourself. It's literally going nowhere.
Eden Hazard. Mohamed Salah. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Good vision here.
Oh, I should have just shot it on
Really
the
of
first
getting
touch.
into a scoring position then, but anything but.
Great interception.
Hazard. What a difference this could make to turn a draw into a win on the counter-attack now.
Ah, yikes.
2 minutes of added time.
Not a bad chance, though.
It says on the board.
Oh, boy, I really got to run.
And looking to play their way through now.
Slow down the opponent a little bit.
Played away, well
Great
away from
defense.
goal.
Go get it, go get it, go get it.
Kondogbia. Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. He's got his
Oh,
shot off
no.
now.
Oh, my word. That is
They've
heartbreaking.
got the goal that should.
And probably a little bit too late for Paul Pogba at this point.
It's been very wonderful.
Oh, boy, that's just a wonderful shot.
Has a sense of justice about it with his
Yeah,
very,
Havertz,
very
man, that team of the
conventional
season.
winning goal.
Coming onto the pitch.
Yep, that's about it. Well, hey, not too bad of a showing. 13 matches in, still got 17 to go, so we're a little less than halfway through. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I appreciate it. Hippo Nation, you guys are the best. Right now, I think I'll take a bit of a break and probably come back later for a few more matches. I think we've played 5 or 6, so hopefully we'll have a few more coming up soon. Right now we're 7-6, so not too bad of a showing so far. So let's see if we can maybe get that 8th win next time out. Let me just make sure that my thought. Yep, 7-6. So not doing too shabby right now. So thanks so much for watching, Hippo Nation. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in a little while.